G'day all, this is Temujin from SL Colonies, and I'm using the SL Colonies alternate account for this introduction. And today I'd like to show you the crafting table Smelter. It is part of the Smelter profession, which comes along with the mining and the smithing. I'd just like to show you how to use it, how to craft recipes, and how to store recipes in your recipe book. As you can see, currently I am set to a male farmer, so I am not at the right profession to be using this crafting table. However, the way we've built SL Colonies is you can craft level 0 recipes in all crafting tables. However, anything you craft when you are not part of that profession, you will not gain crafting experience, and it will not be stored in your personal recipe book. What I mean by recipe book is, if you left click on a crafting table, you've got the option to craft, and you've got use recipe. Use recipe is where all your personal recipes are stored after you've discovered a recipe by playing around. So for now, I have nothing available for this crafting station. Now, if I left click and just go to craft, I get the option of adding recipes, ingredients, removing ingredients, and crafting the recipe. Basically, you want to add ingredients that would make your end product. There is no list of recipes, not an official list anyway. You have to figure it out for yourself. But once you do figure it out, you get to remember it if you're part of that profession. So I'm going to make iron ingots. I've already got some in my inventory, but to make them I need iron ore. It asks me how many I would like to use. 10. Now, with these recipes, you do not have to put them in a specific order. You just add the right number of all the ingredients. So I know 10 iron ore will make me 1 ingot. So craft recipe. Now you don't have to be sitting at this specific crafting table. You can walk away. Mind you, I've set the speed up really fast for the purpose of this demonstration. And then you get a certain time period. So I've successfully crafted an iron ingot, but I have 60 seconds to get it before it melts or burns or spoils. It's just to stop it just sitting there. So if you left click it, you'll see that I've now received that into my virtual inventory. If you leave it there, someone else can of course go and grab it. Now, speaking of recipes that get stored in your recipe book, because I am not a smelter and I am set to farmer, my recipe is not yet stored. So now I'm just going to pause the video and come back when I am set to a smelter profession and show you what happens. Alright, so I'm back, and as you can see, I am now a smelter, male smelter. Now, the same thing, because I haven't yet created this recipe in the past, it still hasn't been stored. But, if I go ahead and craft it again, now mind you, I can't double the recipes here. If I add 20 and try and craft to make double, it will not actually do anything. It will say I failed this craft, and it wastes my ingots that I had in my inventory. So I've now should only have 50 or so left. So let's do that and craft the 10. Now you'll see here when I finish this, when it's completed, it will give me some crafting XP before collection. So I've gained 1 crafting XP. Left click it and it will send it to my virtual inventory. Now instead of having to add the recipe, add the ingredients manually, I can use a recipe. And now it's stored. The beauty about using a recipe when you're in that profession is you now can choose how many you wish to craft. I don't have to do 1 at a time. I could do 2 at a time, 10 at a time, and it will deduct the right amount of ingredients that is required to make that recipe. If I do not possess the right ingredients, it will tell me that I am missing ingredients. Let's make 1. Let's make 2 so you can see the difference. And it will exponentially increase the time it takes. So if it used to take a minute to smelt, it will take 2 minutes for 2. And it should give me 2 XP instead of 1 as well, because I've created 2. As you can see, I've got 2 XP. Let's see what happens if I try and craft more than I actually can. And it tells you what you're actually missing as well. You do not have enough iron ore to craft iron ingot. All your ingredients have been ruined. I'm not sure why it would ruin my ingredients, because I didn't actually put any in, unless it does put whatever you have in, and if you didn't have enough, tough luck. That's right, so I don't have enough and they've been ruined. So be careful with that. Make sure you always check your inventory, which you can do from this, as you've seen in our main tutorial. You go in here and click view, and you can view your whole inventory and make sure you've got enough before you hit that craft button. Right, hope that helps, and I'll see you all next time.